And what else did you... Oh. Oh! Richard, where did you get this? What do you mean you dug it out of the ground? You're telling me you just found a spot on the ground just somewhere, thought, hey, maybe I should dig there, and you just so happened to find this buried there? You're crazy. Well, doesn't matter, just go put it back right now. They cannot find out that What? No, we are not doing this for the show, not a chance. No, I don't want to make a bet. $20. You think $20 is enough to make me do MySims for the show? Fine, I'll do it. Get the microphone set up. Let's get this over with. Oh, it's still recording? Oh, okay. Me. How's it going, Chiptribe? It's me, Chips, here with another episode of the Chiptide Show. And today, folks, you said $20, right? $20. We are playing MySims. Now I'm sure a bunch of you out there have never heard of this game. It was released on the Wii in 2007 as sort of a spin-off to the much more well-known game that you probably have heard of, The Sims. Now, there's nothing overtly remarkable, interesting, or notable about this game. It could have easily just came and went without anybody noticing or caring. Except that didn't happen. Instead, this game has become somewhat famous, or better yet, infamous, among the gaming community, and to be honest, I'm not really sure why. I can tell you that. Who is that? Who are you? My apologies, I did not mean to alarm you. Allow me to introduce myself. I am the Internet. The Internet? The Internet itself is talking to me? Yes. I am the embodiment of the space you call the World Wide Web. And here I thought this episode couldn't get any weirder, and yet here I am, talking to the internet. Alright, well, I guess we're really doing this. So, Mr. Internet, can I ask why you're here? You asked why the game entitled MySims is considered infamous by many members of the gaming community. I can answer that for you, if you'd like. Actually, you know what? I'm good. Hard pass on that one. I know you're new around here, so you probably don't know how all this show works, but as you can see, it's called TheChiptide Show, as in my show. I'm usually the one who does the talking around here, so if you don't mind sculling off to wherever you came from, I have a bet to win. Oh, believe me, Chips, I know all about your show. You do? Yes, of course. You upload them to the internet, do you not? So, in that sense, this show is mine, or rather, it is a part of me. Does that make sense? No. But that's besides the point. With all due respect, I don't think I'm ready to have a guest on this show just yet. Ah, like Mr. Calvin from episode 2? Touché. Alright, well, you were saying? Yes, MySims. As you mentioned earlier, this game was released in September of 2007. Branded as a life simulation game, it attracted a lot of attention due to its relation to the very popular Sims franchise. It generally received middle to high scores from fans and critics alike, but, as you said, it would likely have been largely forgotten, but was brought back to prominence in 2011, when popular YouTube channel Peanut Butter Gamer published a video not altogether unlike this one, in which he expressed his dislike for the title. Since then, this game has gained a reputation for being of low quality. Does that answer your question? Huh. You know what? That was actually very eloquently explained. Maybe you're not so bad. Hey, what do you say for sticking around for the rest of the episode? You know, just in case I have any other questions to be answered.
Yes, I can do that. I presume your plan is to comically make fun of this game as Mr. Buttergamer did in hopes of reaching similar levels of success?
Yeah, something like that. But now that that's all settled, let's get back into the video. Now, contrary to what you might be thinking, I'm not just doing this to try and rip off a 7-year-old video. No, in actuality, my history with this game goes much further back than that video. About 3 years further, in fact. You may remember that in an earlier episode of the show, I mentioned that the console I played the most as a kid was the Wii, and MySims was one of the first games I got for it. And, well, I know this might sound crazy, but I actually remember having a ton of fun playing it. I know, but it's probably been a decade since I last booted it up, so I really don't remember that much about it. Maybe I only liked it because I was a dumb kid, or maybe it's just nostalgia talking, who knows. But I guess today, I'm gonna go back and find out if this game is really as good as I remember it, or if PBG and the others were right. But my hope is that by the end of this episode, I'll be able to prove to you at home, the internet, and maybe even myself, that MySims is in fact good.
Well, I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Why not?
It is my duty to represent the opinions of the collective internet at large. As it stands, I am obligated to have a negative disposition towards this game, and I'm afraid one video from a channel of this caliber of yours will not be able to change that.
Okay, weird roast, but just you wait. I'll show you this game is more than meets the eye. I think. So if you're not familiar with the plot of this game, let me fill you in. You're a person moving in to a new town. Sounds nice, except for the fact that the town kinda sucks. Most of the houses are completely run down and destroyed. There's debris blocking the roads everywhere, and everything is just kind of a bummer. But fear not, for apparently your character is some kind of superhero who has the power to control essence. Now I have no idea what that is, but from what I can gather, it basically means you can build a bunch of cool stuff from whatever you want. Now it's up to you to rebuild the town and make it less sucky. And that's literally the whole game. You go around building stuff for people, the more people you help, the better your town becomes, and the more people move in for you to help. Look, I said I liked it, I never said it was the most complicated game in the world. The real meat and potatoes of this game is the building, so I'll save that for last, and instead, let's talk about the town and everyone in it. And what better character to start with than yourself? As you probably guessed, this game lets you customize your character right from the beginning, so I did what any logical person would do, and made this abomination. His name is Earl. The first character you meet in the town is the mayor, Rosalind. She takes you to your new home and workshop, but suddenly realizes that she forgot to make them. Well, it could happen to anybody, I guess. But luckily, Earl here has superpowers, so I can just whip up my own house. And yes, I do mean literally build my own house. You can choose from all these different blocks down here, and as long as your building has a door and a little sign on the front, really anything goes. So I did what any logical person would do, and no, not make some crazy abomination of a house. Nope, I made myself the best house in the whole freaking town. Next, she takes you to your workshop, or rather the spot where she meant to build your workshop, but again, we're superheroes, so it's no big deal. Once I've made yet another stunning building for myself, she takes you inside and tasks you with building a chair. Now they give you this blueprint to follow, but I don't know if you all knew this, but I'm actually going to school to become an engineer right now, and I'm not letting that go to waste. So you can bet I'm turning that blueprint off and making the coolest freaking chair you've ever seen in your life. Look at this! This chair is fit for a freaking king! And I have to say, I actually had a lot of... Hold on a second. I figured it out! Internet! I figured out why I like this game so much.
Yes?
It's Lego!
Pardon?
Legos! This game is Lego!
Excuse me? I believe you're mistaken. MySims was published by the company Electronic Arts, which has no relation to the Lego company.
No. I don't mean that. I'm saying that this game is Lego. Get it?
No, I believe that, for the first time in my existence, I am confused. Is this what it's like to be mortal? Well, I must say, I don't like it at all. Please, enlighten me, make this feeling go away.
I told you. Lego.
You can't just keep saying the word Lego and expect me to understand.
Lego.
No, you...
Lego.
Lego. Fine, yes, Lego, I hear you. Would you mind elaborating a bit more for my own sanity?
Certainly, Mr. Internet. Allow me to explain. So, when I was a kid, I, like any self-respecting kid, loved Legos. There's something just so satisfying about taking a bunch of ordinary pieces and using them to create something cool and new. It's a feeling that has stuck with me to this day, and I think in large part is the reason why I decided to pursue the career that I did. See where I'm going with this?
Ah, yes, I do. Lego. That is much better.
Well, hold on, because it gets better. Most people know that there are two main ways to play with Legos. You can either buy a set that comes with all the pieces you need and instructions on how to assemble something really cool, or you could forego the instructions, grab a bin of pieces, and go wild.
Of course! The building in MySims is the same way. They give you the instructions to follow if you need to, but also give you the freedom to explore and make your own creations. Very clever, I must admit.
Thanks. But, man, looking at it this way, how is this game not more popular? I mean, everybody loves Lego, right? So shouldn't that mean that everybody loves this game as well?
I believe I can answer that as well. You see, one of the biggest complaints about this game is its pacing. Many believe that it is far too simple and slow and grow bored of it quickly.
Yes, that. Well, I hate to say it, but I think on that front, I have to agree with them. This game is extremely repetitive, simplistic, and yes, very slow. For starters, the formula is simple. You go to the town's hotel, invite one of the tenants staying there to become a permanent resident of your town, build them a house, build them a few pieces of furniture or something for them, then run back to the hotel and do it all over again. This in itself wouldn't be too bad. If you could just quickly jump from building one thing to the other, it would actually be pretty fun. But there's one last part of the game that I've yet to mention yet. Essence. Now, I'm not really sure what essence is supposed to be, but it's basically the game's material system. You've got your standard things like wood and stones, but then there's also weird stuff like happiness. Each new thing you build requires you to somehow incorporate different essences into it. You can get these essences in all sorts of ways, but the problem is that none of them are fun. Whether it's talking to people, shaking trees, or digging up the ground for them. Oh, hey Richard, you're probably good at that one actually, but it's pretty bad. I mean, it's not hard, it's just very tedious. As a kid, I didn't mind going on these hunts for new essences in order to finish them, because I literally had nothing else important to do. But now I feel like it's just taking time away from the thing I actually like doing. Don't get me wrong, I know exactly why they implemented something like this. It's to force you to actually explore your town and get to know the townsfolk. Now, I know the town is another part of the game that a lot of people don't like, but I gotta say, I don't mind it. It starts off pretty small, but the more people you help out, the more areas you unlock. Once you reach max level, which I'm not ashamed to admit that I totally did as a kid, it's actually a really big and diverse. As far as the characters, well, there certainly are a lot of them. The only problem is they are all very one note. Take Chino here. He's the local pizza chef and he's Italian. Or the ice cream parlor owner, her name is Roxy, and she really likes sweets. And bees for some reason. Aside from Violet here, who's just kind of depressed, everybody's constantly happy no matter what. If you're looking for a game with a remotely interesting story and deep characters with arcs and flaws and growth, you're not going to find it here. But while I want to get all mad at all these people for somehow being more one-dimensional than a literal line, they're all just so freaking cute. Everybody and everything is so bright and colorful, and they have these adorable anime designs, and they all speak in Simlish, a gibberish language found in the other Sim games, but which sounds 10 times cuter coming from these guys' mouths. Is it dumb? Yes. Is it childish? Absolutely. Do I love it regardless? You know what? Yes. Yes, I do. I like MySims, and I'm not afraid to admit it. I'll shout it from the rooftops for all to hear. MySims is fun, and I don't care what you say. What do you think of that, Internet?
Very inspiring, Chips. I commend you for your honesty, though I must advise you against it.
What do you mean, advise against it?
Well, you see, expressing controversial opinions on the internet is not the wisest of moves. Trust me, I'd know. I shudder to think what the comment section will look like after this.
Well, I can't convince everyone that this game isn't all bad, but at least you believe me, right, Mr. Internet?
Oh no, I regret to say I don't.
Wait, what? Really? But I thought we had a moment back there.
It seems you forgot who I am. I am the internet. I am obligated to express only the most popular opinion of my users. So, unless this video is able to change the minds of enough people across the internet that this game is in fact good, I'm afraid you and I will never see eye to eye on it.
I guess we'll just have to wait and see then.
There's still one thing I don't quite understand though. You record these videos well before you post them, correct, Chips?
Yeah, so?
Well, if that's the case, then at the time of this conversation, this video has yet to be posted. But if that's the case, then it would only exist as a file on your hard drive and not on the internet. But if it's not on the internet, then how am I, the physical embodiment of the internet, here speaking to you right now?
Oh, that's easy. I mean, I don't mean to break the fourth wall or anything, but I just wrote all your lines beforehand.
You what? Are you saying that this whole episode, this whole conversation, you wrote it all out beforehand? You knew exactly what I was going to happen, what I was going to say?
Yeah, man, it's called a script. I wrote it, then I recorded myself reading it, then I edited it all together into an episode. Just add some reverbs on your lines, read them in a British accent, poof.
You read my lines, but that would mean... Oh dear.
Hey guys, thanks so much for sticking around to the end of another episode of The Chiptide Show. If you enjoyed this episode, or have any suggestions on how to improve the show going forward, make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. And while you're there, let me know, what do you think of MySims? Was I able to convince you? But regardless, if you want to see more from this series, there are 3 more episodes on my channel right now, with more to come in the future, so make sure to subscribe so you can see when the next one comes out. You can also follow me on Twitter at TheChiptide to stay up to date with everything. But with that, I will see you guys in the next episode of The Chiptide Show. But until then, don't forget to take it easy.